I think Jess had a really good analogy early on, which was the idea of like, there's fantasy and there's reality, and true love meets in the middle. I think she described it as Benedict being more the sort of fantasy world, and very much Sophie being much more reality.
Yeah.
The scene with the kite teaching her to sort of
Childlike
like,
nature.
childlike, sort of like, and fun and release and not really worrying, I guess, so much, maybe. And I thought probably Sophie teaches him to grow up a little.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Well, I think she grounds him in a way.
That's a better way
back,
of putting it, I think.
back down.
Yeah.
Less like floaty, floating about.
That's right.
All right, here we go for a take.
They keep meeting in different contexts, and these different contexts bring out a different side to them. So like they meet at the masquerade ball, and then they meet with her as a maid, and then they have this thing at my cottage, which is a completely different context where everything was freer and where they're away from society, and then they come back to London. So it becomes suddenly like Jess used to call it like a workplace romance. Like, so there's always like these different contexts, and every time they're plopped down in a different context, the dynamic shifts. It's about like weaving all of those together into one relationship. Maybe.
Yeah, that was a great answer.
That wasn't bad, was it?
No, that's why I stood silent. Yes, agree.
All of that.
All of that. And let me just add something. No.
At the beginning of this season, he is untameable. I can't control him. I think I find his inability to get on board extremely irritating. Violet loves and is exacerbated by all her children in equal measure. And I think this is a really lovely moment to be able to see that, to see the really pissed off mum. I like that.
Your very presence here implies to the ton that you are back in society, and so now you must make it a fact for them by speaking with the debutantes. Debutantes, now.
Good evening, ladies.
I get to have more of an on-screen relationship with Luke than I have previously. Normally, I would either slap his head or tell him to stop eating or some funny quip between the two of us. But now we actually seem to converse, and that's what's lovely and different for me.
Would you want me? Yeah, you see that? This one, actually, this one, yeah. Oh, just, she saved my life.
He had a prosthetic scar put on. He gets an injury during his kind of heroic moment. And then we carry that scar through. You know, whenever you see him from now till, you know, however long this series continues, his character will always have that scar on him. It will always have to be put on.
Yes, fine.
Nice wound. How did you get that?
You'll have to find out in episode 2.
How does it feel?
It feels fine. It was much more bloody. It was much more fun when there was loads of blood.
This is the healed version.
This is the healed version, so you're not getting the most extravagant version. But yeah, it's fine now. Just try to put that down.
Thank you.
It's easy. It takes what? 45 minutes?
Half an hour?
Less, half an hour. It's easy.
She saved my life.
And you did it.
On the mend, thanks to Sophie.
What happened?
6 years ago, we met at the meet and greet, the cast meet and greet.
Yeah.
She's wild.
Their bond is close on the page. It's on the page, it's like that. And then
My good fortune is that I also connect with Luke. So we're dear friends, so a lot of that I find that very easier. It's like you're dead.
You said Luke, it's like you're
It's like it's his eulogy.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
He will be missed. He will be missed. He really will.
He stepped up.
I'm really into all of that stuff. Like, what's the show acting on the people and what's the people acting on the show? Like, I really like that idea. There's never a day passes by when I'm shooting a scene where I'm like, you end up talking about things on that day that are not a million miles away from what's happening on in the scene. And I think that's not a kind of coincidence. For Benedict to find love, he sort of has to move away from Eloise a bit in a weird kind of way, which is quite poignant. So that's sort of replicated in real life. But, well, there we go.
I'm absolutely gutted. I miss you.
Do you know where she has gone?
Sorry, who are we speaking of? Sophie. She's gone to the Americas. I tried to catch a ship, but there were two leaving at once, and I could not find her in the crowds.
You chased Sophie to the dock. Right, what's going on exactly? You're one of the ladies without saying goodbye.
I cannot lose her to the Americans. I need to know how I might charter a ship. If she...
Well, I mean, Bridgerton was one of my first, if not, well, yeah, one of my first screen jobs, and I only started feeling slowly comfortable on the screen as I was doing Bridgerton. I think you do learn a lot because you see everything. You're in every day, so you can see the directors every day. You can see what's going on set every day. You get to know the set a lot better because I think what's horrible about, or horrible, it's just the way it is, but like when you come in for one day and you don't know everyone. So that's why it's important to be really kind to people coming in because it's not very easy coming in like that.
It's nerve-wracking. It's a big job. It's a big set. It's a big crew, beautiful crew. So it kind of even the sight of it's intimidating. Like these amazing sets and stuff like this that we're in. Stuff like that's intimidating.
Dan's looking down.
We missed you, Papa! I'm the spitting image of that bloke. I've never met him before. I didn't get to meet him. I look more like him and Ruth than I do my own mum and dad.
Thanks, folks. So we'll go straight for take on this.
Okay, here we go. Ready? And action rehearsal. Will.
It's still to this day my favourite thing about the show is that each season 2 new people step into the lead love story. When Luke took over, I feel like he was just so well prepared that he didn't need anything from me. I guess the only thing I wanted him to know was that I'm here, and I would constantly check in, you know, especially if our schedules didn't really align and we weren't shooting together, but he was like ready to go, and he's perfect for this. Like, to me, I see him as like a natural leader. He's so good at this job.
Luke, ready? And action.
Look. Good. Cut that there. Love it. That's it. We'll move on from there.
You can definitely feel the like younger siblings like preparing themselves, even if it's like subconsciously, because when we all started this, we're all playing kids or teenagers, so we have to grow with them. And you know, it's so interesting in this show how the characters develop season after season and they mature. It's been amazing to see everything that they've done this season. The next time I see it will be on the screen when we first get sent the episode, so I can't wait. I just have no idea what they've been up to, so yeah.
I knew I wanted to create a very aesthetic, almost pre-Raphaelite wardrobe for him. He was a guy that did not want to be dealing with paperwork. Obviously, Bridgerton being fantasy, there's a huge crossover all the time, and that's not a battle at all. It's a challenge. I love it to actually bring pop culture and film styles into what we use on leading men in our Bridgerton world. Yeah, so you can see the flair of it now from the stages that we've seen in the last few fittings. That's quite a nice little touch.
Oh, that's cute. You have to show that.
That's reflecting my costume.
The kite from episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Oh, Yaron will love that.
I wanted all this to be very, very subtle. You know, it's the nearest Bridgerton's ever going to get to Jane Austen or Thomas Hardy, isn't it? We know it's very aesthetically forward, but he has a country-based side to him. He wants to escape to the country. He feels comfortable in the country. We wanted to create that within an 1818 Regency world for Benedict. So we used very expensive cloths. We used great quality leather, inspired by these modern styles. We used our twist on it to take it back in time.
They're the samples.
Yeah.
And from Dougie's references.
We just picked little bits out of that, and then
that's the final. Wow.
It was a really, really lovely project.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really nice.
Yeah, it all works very, very well. Very, very happy with it. Oh, it's just a dream come true to see something like this turn out like this. It's unbelievable. And it's a goodbye from me.
Benedict isn't very at ease in the real world.
Yeah.
And so in a strange sort of like paradoxical way, I guess, yeah, paradoxical. I threw that word out.
You did.
A perfect love story is one that's sort of in a bubble, like, you know, not real.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what he has to learn.
Yeah.
I guess.
So you're a little bit. Nice, good. Go again, top.
Love isn't just a feeling, it's actually about action. And I think we're told this like fantasy of like, you know, it doesn't matter because love is a feeling, but actually it's more than that. It's communication,
Actions.
It's respect, it's, yeah, actions. It's being honest and vulnerable and being able to show the messy sides of yourself with someone and someone who accepts you for who you are completely and wholly.
Ready and back round. Great, and now our couple enters.
Okay, let's keep it rolling and quietly reset to the top, please.